Viewers, welcome to your 4x4. I'm Simon Christie.
And I'm Danny Sparks Cousins.
Now viewers, it is our last day of trekking through the Kimberley, but not the end of this series. There's still plenty more to come. Danny, a great day ahead of us. What have you got planned?
Well, Simon, we've got an easy drive out, and the drive out of here is sensational. You saw the drive in at dusk. We've got it in the full daylight today. It should be fantastic.
And quite a few water crossings. So viewers, let's get stuck into another episode of Trekking Across the Kimberley.
Your 4x4 is partnered by the Holden Colorado 7, Lightforce Performance Lighting, Brown Davis Automotive, Kmart 4-wheel drive accessories, ARB 4x4 accessories, Piranha Off-Road products, Berrima Diesel, HEMA Maps and Cooper Tyres.
So this morning we woke up to a magnificent sunrise here at the Bungles. Natasha, what a magnificent way to start the day again.
Unbelievable. You wake up in a beautiful camp area, these birds are singing, and you can see the just sun rising above the Bungles and that red rock. It's just what unbelievable place.
It's an amazing glow. Hi guys, I'm David from Kmart 4-wheel drive.
And I'm Natasha from HEMA Maps.
Hi, I'm Sean O'Donnell from Lightforce Australia.
And Jeff Newick from Cooper Tyres.
G'day, Alan Johnson here from Piranha.
Hi, I'm Matt from ARB in Alice Springs.
Hi, I'm Andrew from DP Chip.
And we've got a fantastic day for the drive back into Halls Creek today.
For me and the family, it's last day today. What a glorious trip we've absolutely had. I mean, it was 2 years in the making. It does really show the preparation that's built up to this, and it has been an absolutely fantastic trip. Without the weather, of course, it could have been totally different. The weather has been spectacular, but it hasn't been a fluke. That's all been part of the planning. You really have to have a look at the weather patterns of the year and all that sort of stuff when you're building your trip up, and it makes it into something like we've had on this trip.
This morning we left the amazing Bungles, and the campsite there is a great little spot. And the thing I think I like most about the Bungles is that incredible road coming out. It is an absolute roller coaster road. The other amazing thing for me coming out was on the way in that night before, we got to see this huge mountain in the background with this incredible, beautiful orange luster to it. The light made the rocks almost look translucent. It was an amazing experience. This morning when we came out past exactly that same area, there was actually nothing to it. It just looked like an ordinary pack of rocks. And I guess that makes the Bungles such a special place. It changes from the morning light to the evening light. The roller coaster road, as I talked about, is something special. You can actually just roll down the hill, roll up the other side, there's river crossings. It's a magic piece of road. From a four driver's point of view, it's a delight to drive. I heard people grizzling and moaning about the conditions. That's a load of rubbish. It's absolutely fantastic.
There've been some people sort of saying, oh, it's a hard trip to get in here, but look, I think the road's beautiful, and I think, again, what I've seen on this trip has been way over tyre pressures. If there's been any theme to this trip, It has been coming across people with shattered tyres or just complaining of horrible roads, and they've all been running 35, 45 PSI on dirt corrugated roads.
A good compressor doesn't cost a hell of a lot. It's one of the most worthwhile investments you can make for a trip like this because it just makes running on dirt roads so much easier. It'll soak up the bumps, it'll enhance your grip, it'll improve your braking, it'll improve your puncture resistance. There are just so many things that it'll do for you, including making the ride in just that much easier.
I'm just trying to think if there was enough room to air out on the other side of the gate near the highway, so we're just checking that. Yes, plenty of room to air up out here.
A bit sad, Jeff. We're coming to the end of this, and we said goodbye to one of our friends today.
Andrew from DP Chip. He headed back to Kununurra. He went right, we went left to Halls Creek.
Yeah, so it's a bit sad, but you know, good to be continuing on the journey.
Yeah, definitely.
First up this week is this good-looking Maverick. It's the owner's first four-wheel drive and gets all four kids out on the tracks and enjoying camping. Next is this D22 Navara, set up for touring. This shot was taken in the Bendelby Ranges in South Australia. Our next photo was taken on a trip to the Selwyn snowfields. The BT50 is another rig set up for touring and looking forward to hitting the road full-time. This pic comes from our friends in the US of A. The Suburban runs a big block 454 and has a decent lift and tyres. The photo was taken in southern Utah. And our last entry for the week is this relatively stock 4Runner, out enjoying the sun and the sand on Fraser Island.
If you've just seen a photo of your rig and you're the first person to email danny@your4x4.com.au, you've won yourself a Lightforce stubby holder and tack torch, as well as a Brown Davis tub seal kit. All photos go into the running for a DP chip plug-and-go pedal chip, a HEMA HN7 GPS navigator, a Piranha DBE 140 dual battery controller, and a Piranha digital dual battery monitor. And don't forget, for your chance to win $1,800 worth of 4x4 rubber, check the Your 4x4 website for details. Got a tough 4x4 tourer and enjoy hitting the tracks? Odds are you'll need some serious underguard protection and a heavy-duty long-range tank. Brown Davis Automotive offer aluminised steel underguard protection plates and long-range tanks for most popular makes and models. They're designed and developed right here in Australia and have been tested to the extreme right across this great country. Remember Brown Davis Automotive. It's a trusted and family-owned Aussie business and proud manufacturers of high-end tanks, underguards and more.
Holden's new top-of-the-range Colorado Z71. It's tough, scrubbed up.
Warning, beware of imitation lights. Only Lightforce performance lighting guarantees Australian made, no leaking or melting, quality output and 3-year warranty. Unlike their imitators, Lightforce lights feature peerless construction, leak-proof seals, impact-proof lenses and filters, vibration and fracture resistant mounts and housings, and stainless steel fittings, outshining and outlasting their impersonators in every way. Often imitated, never replicated. Visit lightforce.com for the full range of authentic Lightforce lights.
If you drive a four-wheel drive with or without a dual battery kit, then it's time to upgrade. Modern vehicles and modern battery technologies require smart electronics, and the Piranha Off-Road Products DBE 140 dual battery controller has all the smart grunt you will need packed into an affordable and tiny package. Priced at just $170, the Piranha DBE 140 is the smart choice in dual battery management. For more information on how you can stay charged, visit piranhaoffroad.com.au.
Hi, I'm Jeff Newick from Cooper Tyres. For this trip we've brought along our 150 series Prado, a 4 litre V6 petrol. We've decked it out ready for the trip. We have an ARB Sahara bar, OME suspension, ARB aluminium roof rack with ARB awning. We also have the ARB 60 litre fridge, which has been working wonderfully. Underneath the vehicle we've got the ATX American Racing Series axe wheels in a 17 inch, and we have the prototype STT Pro tyre, which we are testing at the moment. This is the main part of testing that we're doing with the tyre to ensure that it works well in this country. We also have Lightforce Genesis 210 spotlights, which have been working wonderfully on the vehicle. We also have a Hamar rear bar with a spare wheel carrier and jerry can holder, which has been very, very handy. Being the V6 petrol, we've encountered a few instances where we've struggled to get fuel out here and we've nearly run short. We've also, with the roof rack, because there's 3 of us carrying, we've had it stacked fairly high. That certainly hasn't helped the fuel economy, and that's something you need to prepare for and plan for to ensure you do have enough fuel. Being the V6 petrol, one of the things we did discover out here is that not all communities and service stations do carry unleaded. They all do carry diesel. It's certainly not undoable in the petrol. You just need to plan and ensure that you get fuel when possible and where possible. Otherwise, you could find yourself short, and that's the last thing you want to do out here. We came across the Emingi community with a little store and service station, and they did only sell diesel. There was no unleaded available, and that's what caught us out. We actually fueled up at Drysdale Station. We should have actually topped up at Mount Barney, but we assumed that the next stop, Emingi, was going to have unleaded. They didn't. They only had diesel, and that's what caught us out. Luckily we had the Kmart rear bar, which we were able to carry in a spare 40 litres on the back, and that really got us out of trouble. Arrived safely into Derby with still 40 kilometres to spare. We did arrive late into camp last night. We were well equipped with the front with the 210 Genesis Lightforce lights, and they certainly come in handy. It's better to see what is in front of you rather than guessing on each corner. Overall, the Prado has performed exceptional for the trip. We've been very happy with its performance, its comfort and the reliability.
Our question this week for the experts comes from Tony Cooper, who wants to know, what is better for long distance driving lights, HIDs or LEDs? Well, Tony, that's a great question, and the experts at Lightforce can answer that for us.
Hi Tony. Traditionally, HID lights are good for long distance as opposed to LED because of the intensity of the narrow beam that projects the light far in front of you. An LED gives you a very short range light that fills in the gaps that the HID lights don't have. The ideal lighting solution for your vehicle is a combination of both HID, long distance beams, and LED is used for the mid-range volume. If you have both of those technologies lighting up your path, then there's nothing you can't see. At this stage, LED can't rival what HID can do, and vice versa. One is good for long distance, and one is good for short range fill-in. This situation may change in the future, but as for now, HID is best for long distance.
For sending in that question, you've won yourself a DP Chip merchandise pack including a Chippy doll, pen, keyring, cap and stubby holder, as well as an ARB prize pack featuring socks, a toaster and a cooler bag. All Ask an Expert entries go into the series draw for an ARB twin motor compressor, a Kmart $1,000 gift voucher for Osbar or Kmart products, and a 12-volt Travel Buddy oven for hot food on the go. Plus, all of our lucky viewers are eligible to enter the huge draw for $1,800 worth of Cooper tyres. Check the Your 4x4 website for full details.
Hi, I'm David from Kmart 4-Wheel Drive. Well, here we are, we're at Cape Leveque. We're day 13 into a trip that is actually going to be one of the most memorable trips that we've all done as a crew. Starting out at this trip, Simon came to us and he asked us if we could help him out with doing a rear bar for the Colorado 7. Colorado 7 is one of those, I suppose, unique vehicles that it fits in a different market than what we're all used to seeing out here. So, you know, we're used to seeing the big Patrols and Prados and Land Cruisers and Hiluxes and all that here. But Holden, in the recent times, have come out with some fantastic new vehicles that we're able to now really start to see what they can do out here and the way they perform, which has been testament to how they've performed on the trip. So when we're making the bar for the Colorado 7, we had to really look at the different style of chassis that it had. It wasn't the standard style of chassis with a ladder frame at the back of it. So we had to integrate a tow bar to give it that strength. Now, combining with ourselves and Brown Davis, who built the tank for the back of the vehicle, we had to spend a lot of time in designing and working out how we were going to get that effective look integrating with the vehicle as well. So we came up with a bar that I think has really shown why Kmart are the world leader when it comes to rear bar technology. The bar on the back of the Colorado 7 follows the actual bumper line, and that's not that easy to do. And the beauty about R&D and practicing these things is bringing that product then out to here, out into the great Western Australian deserts and areas of the Kimberley Ranges, which is where the guys have been with the car for the last 13 days. We've still got time to go ahead on our trip to keep constantly testing it, but the Gibb River Road and the tracks that the guys have done in the last 13 days have proved testament to why that bar has stood up to what it's been able to do. It's shown no signs of fatigue, shown no signs of cracking. So it's been a fantastic testament to what our product can do, and we really look forward to developing more product on those sort of vehicles. So like all Kmart bars, you can see your integrated LED tail lights, the integrated tow bar, the high lift jacking points and areas. On this one we're showing a single jerry can and single wheel, but we will be developing a dual wheel carrier for the back of the vehicle. Gives a great departure angle. It also gives you a lot of protection on the back. We've also been able to integrate the sensors back into the bar, and in keeping with what the bar comes with, but also increasing the departure angle, and also working with other manufacturers like Brown Davis for giving it a good departure angle with the rear tank. With Simon's involvement with Holden, the Colorado 7 is becoming to prove one of those little four-wheel drives that was actually underrated when it first came out, but has actually proved to be a real battle beater against some of the best of them out on the market. We've proved it on many trips that it does a great little job while it's out there on the road, and by companies such as ARB and Brown Davis and Kmart all working together, we can enhance the vehicles, giving it better departure angles and being able to make it work a lot better off-road as well. So due to the popularity of the vehicle, it's great to know that, and we knew that from the day we put it on Facebook, was the fact is the amount of feedback that we got from people and positivity that they've all got a Colorado 7 and they want to be able to get these sort of products. We'll definitely be looking at putting this bar in production when we get home. Again, with Simon's involvement with the Colorado 7, it's great to know that in the future this bar is definitely going into production. We can't wait to bring this bar onto the back of the Colorado 7s. The bar has performed faultlessly on this trip, and it's been an absolute testament to the product and the engineering that we do at Kmart and the time and effort that we put into when we design a product for the vehicles. So we can't wait to be able to bring this Colorado 7 bar to our customers soon. It's been a great testament to having it on the back of Simon's vehicle, being out here out in the Outback and really testing it. The exciting part of this is we're able to develop another product and another rear bar for our wonderful customers out there. It's also an exciting part that it's something totally different for us and bringing a new product for the Colorado 7.
Sometimes the front runners lead from behind, and when it comes to protecting your rear, Kmart are world leaders in rear end protection and tow bar combinations. The just released Prado 150 is no exception, with a bar that is designed to follow the car's lines and work with your sensors and factory camera. For the best in rear end protection, trust Kmart. It's a statement, not just an accessory, but the toughest of 4x4 trips. For more info, go to kmart.com.au.
Exploring Australia by four-wheel drive gives you access to some of the most spectacular places to be found in the country. ARB's 4x4 accessories are designed specifically to handle the harshest conditions in the most remote locations. Enjoy peace of mind when you and your vehicle are backed up by the country's largest supplier of four-wheel drive gear. ARB 4x4 Accessories, the Australian company trusted by off-road adventurers all over the world.
Do you want better performance from your modern diesel 4x4? Then a DP chip is your answer for safe, reliable and enduring power gains. Backed by Australia's premier diesel workshop, a DP chip offers increased power and torque output, better drivability, and can even improve economy. With 24/7 customer support, a 60-day money-back guarantee, a 6-year warranty, plus a matched new vehicle engine and driveline warranty, there is no other choice for safe, reliable, and enduring diesel performance gains. Check dpchip.com for full details.
This week's entry comes from Mitch Petraxwan, and Mitch has written, "It's an amazing and capable 4x4. It's gotten me through the deepest bog holes and up the steepest hills. I love it."
Thanks for sending in that email. You've won yourself a HEMA Explorer app and a Piranha recovery bag. All entries go in the running for a Brown Davis long-range fuel tank, a pair of Lightforce Venom 50-watt HID driving lamps, and an RFI antenna pack, including an antenna, stubby holder, cap and water bottle. Plus, all fans are eligible for the big Cooper Tyres giveaway valued at up to $1,800. Check the Your 4x4 website for full details.
From there we hit the bitumen, headed back into Halls Creek.
Yeah, it's the Great Northern Road, isn't it? So it's part of the Savannah Highway, you know, stretches from Queensland all the way over to the west, and so it's one of the really iconic outback adventures on that road.
Yeah.
So Jeff, we got in on Sunday afternoon looking for something to eat in Halls Creek. How did we go?
Nothing's open, mate. Not out here.
Absolutely. There really is not a lot open on Sunday afternoon, so we fueled up.
And then headed out of town out to the China Wall.
We've been out to the China Wall today as well, which was absolutely amazing. I mean, it's a quartz model that comes up and out of the ground. It's been there for many, many thousands of years, obviously, because of the way the rocks have all disappeared away from the side of it.
And that was really interesting. You know, we've seen a number of really exciting sites. So our bar's set pretty high.
Yeah.
But to see that actually looks like it's been assembled, that wall.
It does. It looks like someone's put it together. It's a great wall of quartz.
Yeah, look,
and stands out up against the red landscape.
Exactly, and the blocks look like they've been sort of chiselled to fit.
Yes. Yeah, no, it was quite amazing.
But just to see, you know, as you said, 6 metres high in some places.
Yes, it actually comes up to 6 meters high and it goes by many kilometers long, and you can see it's rising from the red ground and goes under the ground. It really reminds people of Great China Wall, but it's all natural.
Sean, once we finished at the China Wall, we left there and went out to the old Halls Creek town.
We travelled at a reasonable pace and kept the dust down and kept the stones down, avoid the oncoming traffic, and made our way through as safe as we could. It's a quick journey, well worth the look. You know, it's a very historic site. Buildings back there from the 1850s.
But what was quite remarkable was going out to actually see the old Halls Creek township. Now, the interesting thing about that is on the 14th of July 1886, a guy called Charlie Hall, which is what the place is named after, actually discovered gold out here. Now, how the hell would you find gold? The place is flat, it's enormous, and enormous is hard to describe. You can actually see the curvature of the earth. It's that flat in places, and yet he discovered gold. I have no idea what he was looking for, how he discovered it, but that's remarkable in itself.
It was very creative with the way they built the post office back there. There's still remnants of it there. They actually did it with termite mounds and spinifex.
Exactly. I guess they didn't have a lot of materials back there in those days, so they used what was at hand, and they just recycled the old termite mounds that were around the place, mixed it up with some spinifex and formed it into a wall, built some fireplaces, and off they go. It's a house.
It's quite spectacular, actually.
But the old Halls Creek township is still sort of semi-restored out there. You can see bits and pieces, there's graveyards, and there's all sorts of relics.
It's still quite well preserved, you know, well worth the trip. A lot of monuments out there, and a lot of remnants from, you know, days gone by.
You actually look across the road up into the scrub and there's still street signs up in the scrub.
Yeah, and there's famous names like Durack, you know, that you see there. You know, they were the original founding cattle stations out here that really opened up the Kimberley country.
Look, guys, it's been an absolutely fantastic trip. I've enjoyed my 10 days with Natasha from Heme as well, and we've really enjoyed it, viewers, and I can't look, it's one of those iconic places that you must come to.
Well, Jeff, this brings us to the end of the Kimberley adventure.
It's been a wonderful 18 days, it really has.
And I really hope that we've shown the people back at home, inspired you to really get the car organised, get the family.
Get out here, definitely. Get yourself out here and see it all, because it is well worthwhile. The other part I really hope we've brought across is myself and the other industry experts to give you tips and techniques on how to get out here and prepare yourself for the trip, because unless you prepare properly for the trip, you're going to run into trouble.
So I really advise any family that wants to give it a go, get out here and take your time, prepare your vehicle, just prepare yourselves a little bit for it and you really will have a fun time.
Well, viewers, Danny, the end of day 18 and unfortunately the end of our Kimberley adventure, but it's been a sensational trip. Danny, you and your wife have put together a fantastic itinerary and today was nothing short of fantastic once again.
Oh, it's been great, Simon. 18 days, but here we are at the end, in the pool, kicking back, time to relax a little bit.
4 days and 4,000 kilometres for us to get home now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, viewers, we're looking forward to a big drive to get out of here. Well, Danny, it's been a great trip. Thank you so much for coming and all your support. And viewers, we'll see you next week on Your 4x4.